Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm be officially updating you on some more current latest transfer rumours and gossip that's currently going on in the press. So potentially in the process, I've been reading a few media outlets reportedly. So potentially we've got some Arsenal, some of Arsenal news to update you on. We've got some of Chelsea's news to update you on. So we'll cut straight onto the topic of the development, as we all know, because obviously Higuian has come out obviously confirming that Arsenal can only make loan signings in this January transfer window, and obviously Higuian has confirmed he's basically ruled out Arsenal making any permanent signings in this January transfer window. So potentially Arsenal are only restricted to completing loan signings in this January transfer window. But a bit of positive news has come out in the media now for Arsenal, because obviously we know one of the main prize targets has been Denis Suarez, as we all know. But obviously Arsenal over the years haven't been getting the right amount of funds, transfer funds to spend, on currently players they want. As we all currently know, they haven't been getting the players they want because they haven't been getting the right amount of money. And obviously Arsenal's structure is obviously different to the likes of my club, Manchester United, because we spent over £400 million, 11 players under Mourinho. When Ferguson retired, since Ferguson retired, all in all, we spent about 700-800 million. Manchester City have invested a lot of money. They've spent 530 million, under Pep Guardiola, as we all know. Chelsea have had a good, doing very well in this January window as well, and they've got a good transfer policy of Chelsea, as we all know. But Arsenal's structure is obviously different, because potentially they haven't been getting the right amount of money. Stan Kroenke obviously hasn't been investing any money into the club as well, and potentially, Arsenal fans are angry about this, and obviously Arsenal have still got injury problems, and obviously players are set to leave, as we all currently know. And obviously now it's looking like Arsenal are going to complete the loan signing of Denis Suarez, as we all know, because potentially that's been one of Higuian's targets, as we all know, Denis Suarez. But reportedly, from Arsenal's perspective, they want to complete this loan signing by the weekend, for Denis Suarez. And, Barcelona will have softened the stance now over this even more, because potentially it confirmed yesterday that Barcelona did sign Kevin Prince-Boateng, and Barcelona completed the signing of him. So potentially now Barcelona will soften the stance on the player. Barcelona were actually keen on cashing in for the player and, sanctioning him off permanently, as we all know. But Arsenal are not willing to do this because they haven't been given the right amount of money. And as I did say to you, they're only restricted to making loan signings, as we all know. But potentially Denis Suarez is on the brink of joining Arsenal. Arsenal are going to pay his loan fee and then probably make the deal permanent in the summer. So Arsenal are going to pay about a 2 million fee for his loan. And then potentially they'll have to pay just under £20 million, to make the deal permanent in the summer as well. But I think he'll be a very, very good signing for Arsenal. He's 25 years of age, and, he's versatile. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play centrally as well. But from Barcelona's perspective, reportedly they wanted him to sign a contract extension before he went to Arsenal on loan. Arsenal have been in negotiations with Barcelona, and they've approached, obviously, Denis Suarez's representatives, on quite a few occasions, as we all currently know. But Denis Suarez has made it clear, he wants to reunite with Higuian, because obviously, Denis Suarez used to play at Sevilla on loan, and that's when, obviously, Higuian was there as well. But, Arsenal would have to think about, where his best position would be in the team, because he's versatile. And obviously, from Arsenal's perspective, they'll have to hope Denis Suarez hits the ground running, because his current contract ends with Barcelona in 2020, as we all currently know. So that's a bit of positive news for Arsenal, getting Denis Suarez on the board. Obviously, they're going to see him as a potential replacement for Aaron Ramsey as well, Denis Suarez. So reportedly, Arsenal want this completed for the weekend, as he currently said. So now Barcelona would have softened the stance, because at one point, Barcelona were playing hardball over this, as we all know. He's liked a few Instagram posts as well, Denis Suarez relating to Arsenal. But the Barcelona president did confirm earlier this month that he promised Denis Suarez a move to the Emirates Stadium this month. So do you think he'll grow and develop more? Do you think he'll complement Arsenal's team very, very well? And Higuian knows him, and he knows Higuian does Denis Suarez, as we all know. He actually used to play in the Premier League, in his youth career, because he was at Manchester City, when he was a lot younger in his prime, was Denis Suarez, as we all know. So that's been one of Higuian's main targets, to getting on the board. But Arsenal are working on deals for the duo. They're working on the deal for Denis Suarez and James Rodriguez as well. Denis Suarez looks the most likely, out of the two, as I said. But there's been talks, more media reports have updated regarding James Rodriguez. Reportedly, Arsenal have inquired about getting James Rodriguez on loan as well as Denis Suarez. He's currently on a 2-year loan deal with Bayern Munich as James Rodriguez. I think Bayern Munich do have the option, to make the deal permanent in the summer. He's only currently got 5-6 months left on his loan now with Bayern Munich. But I think he's set to return to Real Madrid at the end of the season, and I think Real Madrid are preparing to sell him off. There was talks the other week that Arsenal could just get him on a loan fee for around £3 million, or something like that. So I think James Rodriguez, 27 years of age, I think he'd be a good addition, to Arsenal's team, especially if they got Denis Suarez in the process as well. But reportedly, so there has been talks about that. Arsenal have contacted Real Madrid over that, as I said. But it's confirmed in the media regarding Aaron Ramsey as well. So reportedly, if Arsenal are to, secure the loan signings of Rodriguez and Denis Suarez, reportedly, according to Arsenal, Aaron Ramsey is going to be allowed to join Juventus this month instead of joining in the summer when his current contract expires. Because obviously, we currently know that Aaron Ramsey's obviously made an agreement with Juventus to join them. He signed a pre-contract agreement deal, as we all currently know. Obviously, as I just said, as I did say, he's completed his medical. As we all know, it's confirmed that he's going to be the second highest paid player with Juventus, just behind Ronaldo, and he's signed a 5-year deal, and he's going to be on about £140,000 a week, and he's going to be earning about 7.2 million a season or something like that. Is Aaron Ramsey, but I think Juventus are still keen on getting him in this January transfer window, reportedly, because Umremme would rather him stay until his contract expires. But as I said, Umremme will soften his stance a lot over Aaron Ramsey if they can, secure the deals for the duo James Rodriguez and Denis Suarez. And then I think Aaron Ramsey, will be allowed to leave in this January window. Arsenal would obviously recommend a fee. I think it reported in the press they'd won about £10 million for him, reportedly, but as I did say, he's been a very, very good servant over the years for Arsenal. He has been there 10 years, and even though he knows he's leaving, whether it's going to be in his January window or whether it's going to be in the summer, as I said, when his contract expires, he's still giving it 100%, Aaron Ramsey, when he does play. He has been at Arsenal 10 years. He's made over 300-odd appearances, scored 60-odd goals as Aaron Ramsey as well. And he's been there 10 years, and he's grown and developed fantastically well as Aaron Ramsey. Good box-to-box midfielder, as we all know. And obviously, Juventus third choice, as he did confirm, but he has completed his medical, so he has agreed to join Juventus, who will be in this January window, or it will be in the summer. But reports been coming out saying he could join next week if Arsenal, complete this loan sign of Denis Suarez and I think James Rodriguez as well. So obviously, Umremme will soften his stance in that scenario as well. And as I did say, they got 5 players last summer, Arsenal. I think they have got good players in their team. They've still got, obviously, injury problems. I think Aubameyang and Lacazette, delivering the goods very, very well for Arsenal, leading lines and they're scoring the goals, Aubameyang and Lacazette. But obviously, Umremme is confirmed. There's 2 key areas he wants to strengthen up. He wants a winger and he does want a central defender, does Umremme. Obviously, as he has confirmed, but obviously Denis Suarez looks the more likely. He looks more likely to go to the Emirates more than James Rodriguez, as that has confirmed. But if they are to get Denis Suarez and James Rodriguez, the duo, Arsenal will soften the stance on Aaron Ramsey and let him go this month instead of letting him go in the summer. Obviously, when his contract expires, Aaron Ramsey. But he's been a good servant for Arsenal over the years. He scored in 3. He's won 3 FA Cups with Arsenal, scored in 2 of the finals as well. So, so potentially, as we all know, obviously, Arsenal's perspective, obviously, Ozil's future and with Arsenal Football Club, as well as actually Umremme has been coming out in the media saying he's looking to raise some funds for Mesut Ozil. He actually demanded Mesut Ozil to leave the club, reportedly. Arsenal have got a few average players, on big contracts, and Mesut Ozil is on £350,000 a week with Arsenal because he signed his contract, was it last year sometime, Mesut Ozil, as we all currently know. But his future is still uncertain with Arsenal because he's failed to adapt himself this season under Umremme. He's had quite a few injury problems and he's missed a lot of key games, so he hasn't really had the opportunity, to prove himself under Umremme. There has been speculation of him leaving Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal would recommend a fee, but obviously his current wages, could be a problem. As I currently said, his wages that he's receiving could be a problem for teams, getting him. And I think the only team that got mentioned that reportedly the only team that were interested was Inter Milan. Reportedly were interested in Mesut Ozil. They were the only team that were interested in Mesut Ozil, as we all currently know. But yeah, as I did say, Arsenal want to complete the loan signing of Denis Suarez for the weekend. So it will be completed. Arsenal will definitely get this now over the line, considering that Barcelona have signed Kevin Prince-Boateng, as we all currently know. Barcelona were keen on sanctioning him off permanently because Barcelona wanted to cash in on him because he's had a difficult time. He's endured a difficult time, with Barcelona, as we all currently know. But yeah, I think they're willing to go along with this Barcelona, and probably Arsenal will see how he progresses. See if he fits in the team, see if he performs well, and if he does, Arsenal will pay just under £20 million in the summer to make the deal permanent. As we all currently know, I think they're paying a couple of million, to get him out on loan for until the summer. As we all currently know. So that's the latest news to update you with on that. So that's a bit of Arsenal's transfer rumours to update you with what's going on that. A bit of Chelsea's rumours as well to update you on. Potentially, I think Chelsea are having a really, really good January transfer window, to be quite honest with you. The news is coming out regarding Gonzalo Higuain. Now, as we all know, it still hasn't. It's still pending on an announcement. It still hasn't officially been announced yet. Regarding Gonzalo Higuain, because potentially we know he's Sarri's number one choice, as we all know, is Gonzalo Higuain. Reportedly, he did say in the media that he's set to complete his transfer to Chelsea today. Higuain reportedly set to undergo a medical, and he's set to complete his transfer today. Is Higuain. Chelsea, from their perspective, they're hoping that they can get this done before tomorrow afternoon. Well, it's Tuesday today, so yeah, before afternoon. So potentially he can make his debut against Tottenham on Thursday in the Carabao Cup. Gonzalo Higuain. It has been a bit of a delay, to be quite honest with you, because the AC Milan, I think the AC Milan assistant boss has come out saying that it could be still up in the air. Gonzalo Higuain's moved to Chelsea, and he's also confirmed that obviously it's the deals are still being worked on. But I think he's arrived in London today. But there's been no more further information on that. He's officially a Chelsea player at the moment, but he did say he was set to arrive in London today, to complete his transfer to Chelsea, because obviously he's Sarri's number one. Chelsea have got him on a 6-month loan, got him on loan for 6 months. Then potentially it's probably more than likely it will develop into a further 12 months, as it did say. But I think Chelsea do actually have the option to make the deal permanent in the summer by paying around £32 million, I think, or something like that. But as I did say, I think he'll lead the lines very, very well for Chelsea. Will Gonzalo Higuain, to be quite honest, proven goal scorer, as we all know. Very, very good prolific goal scorer. And this is what Chelsea have been lacking this season. They have been lacking, in that attacking third of the pitch, because Morata hasn't delivered the goods, and Morata's missed a lot of chances, at Chelsea. As we all currently know, and he's been very, very poor for Chelsea, since he was there, since he arrived in 2017, as we all know, it's likely he's going to Atletico Madrid, as we all know. But with the Higuain situation, as I said, I know the Chelsea directors and the Chelsea board, have got strong reservations about this, as we all know, considering that he's age 31, as we all currently know. And Chelsea have a strict policy of only giving players 12-month contract if they're over age 30, as I said, and Gonzalo Higuain is age 31, as we all currently know. But I think he demanded Higuain anywhere that he wanted to make the move to Stamford Bridge, because he knows Sarri knows him, and Sarri is going to be reuniting with Higuain, and I think he'll be a big impact in Chelsea's attack. I think he'll show a lot of fluidity in Chelsea's attack. Will Higuain, as I said. But yeah, he didn't do so good at AC Milan, to be quite honest with Higuain. He had a difficult time with Milan, as we all know, but it doesn't mean he isn't going to do well at Chelsea. And I think he'll complement Chelsea's team well. And now, obviously, when it's been officially announced, the signing of Higuain will allow Eden Hazard to go back in his favourite position on the left wing, as we all know, because obviously Sarri's recently been playing him in a false number 9 position, Eden Hazard, as we all can know. But it will allow him go back. It will allow Eden Hazard to go back to the left-hand side in his current preferred position. As we all know, when it's fully announced that Higuain is officially a Chelsea player, as we all know, but very, very good player, because he did very, very good when he was young in his prime, because he had 6 good years with Real Madrid. He had three good years, with Napoli as well. He scored 36 goals in one season and broke the Serie A record. He had 2 fantastic years with Juventus as well. I know he didn't do so good at AC Milan, but I think he's going to do well with Chelsea, and I think he's an exceptional signing for Chelsea, to be quite honest with you as well. But yeah, Chelsea have agreed, have come to an agreement with Juventus of getting a Higuain on loan, but it's still pending on an official announcement, as I said. But he said he arrived in London today to complete the transfer to Chelsea, Higuain, as I said. With the Morata situation, obviously they're giving you the news about Alvaro Morata. As we all know, it's confirmed that Chelsea reportedly agreed a deal with Atletico Madrid. Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have come to an agreement on the Alvaro Morata transfer. So it's pending on an announcement, as we all know, because obviously, the Gonzalo Higuain is because obviously AC Milan looking for a replacement for Higuain. And with the Morata scenario, Atletico Madrid have either got to offload Klasnic or Gelson Martins, to potentially give Morata room, to fit in, Diego Simeone's team. But reportedly, Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have come to an agreement on it. He's going to be joining Atletico Madrid on loan. Is Alvaro Morata, and potentially then this includes a buy option. So reportedly, Atletico Madrid do have the option in the summer to make the deal permanent. I think that's just under £50 million. So financially, Chelsea are going to lose out. They're going to lose out on £16 million. Because essentially Chelsea paid 60 million for him. So basically Chelsea are going to be selling him for less than they paid for him back in 2017, as we all currently know Morata. But as Morata did say he was willing to take a pay cut, to join Atletico Madrid, as he did confirm. But yeah, Atletico Madrid are getting him on loan, but it's still pending on an official announcement because there was a host of clubs, that were interested in Morata, as we all currently know. But his wage was a problem in this situation. But as I said, Atletico Madrid have come to an agreement. They're getting him on loan, as we all know. And he did want to make the move to Atletico Madrid because Chelsea and Atletico Madrid obviously have been in talks, as we all know. And yeah, they have come to an agreement as confirmed. But as I did say, regarding Morata, he's missed a lot of chances this season for Chelsea. He's cost Chelsea points, as we all know, Morata this season. So he has been potentially, very, very poor at Chelsea. And he's endured a difficult time at Chelsea, is Alvaro Morata. But very, very good when he was young in his prime. And he's obviously failed to emulate what he did when he was at Real Madrid. And, he had 2 fantastic years with Juventus as well, did Morata. And he actually began his young boyhood club, with Atletico Madrid. So he is potentially, making a return to Atletico Madrid, as we all know. So he's had experience of playing in Spain in the past, as we all couldn't know. But Chelsea have obviously, I think they were keen on getting him off permanently. But Atletico Madrid have agreed to get him on loan until the summer, as we all currently know. But no more news is officially updated about that yet. But as I was saying about Higuain, he's set to arrive in, he did say he was set to arrive in London today to complete his transfer to Chelsea, Higuain. It's depending on the bonus and appearances, the bonus, depending on the appearances and goals, and it's likely anyway, it will develop into a further 12-month loan in the summer, as it did confirm as well. But I think he'll do very, very well for Chelsea. I think he'll fit in their team well. He'll guarantee them goals, and obviously from Gonzalo Higuain's perspective, he told AC Milan he wants to leave Milan, as it did confirm. We know the AC Milan assistant boss is coming out saying the deal's still being worked on, as he did confirm. He said it was still up in the air reportedly. But yeah, I think it'll be a very, very good signing for Chelsea, to confirm to you guys. Give you a bit of an update as well, because obviously there's going to be some Chelsea players leaving I do think as well. Potentially Gary Cahill is linked to with a move away from Chelsea. David Luiz, obviously contract is up in the summer as well. Obviously Chelsea is still in the market for the replacement for Fabregas, and obviously a backup for Jorginho, as that has confirmed. And obviously Bayern Munich are linked with Callum Hudson, because Callum Hudson's found game time very, very difficult this season for Chelsea. This season for Chelsea, because he hasn't been getting enough starts in the Premier League, Callum Hudson. There's been no sign of him signing a new contract, as we all know. Reportedly, Bayern Munich are interested. Reportedly, Bayern Munich are looking to get some young players into their team, as we all currently know. Arjen Robben's set to leave in the summer, I think. He's aging up, of course. Ribéry aging up. Robert Lewandowski aging up as well. So obviously, reportedly, Bayern Munich have put 4 bids in. 3 of them have been turned down by Chelsea. Reportedly, the recent Bayern Munich have been in talks with Chelsea. It reportedly said that Bayern Munich are willing to, give him the number 10 shirt, Callum Hudson, as they all know. But I think Chelsea is still keen on Callum Hudson-Odoi, staying with the club from their perspective. As we all know. But as I said, yeah, so he could be potentially leaving as well. But obviously Chelsea are obviously in the market for the replacement for Fabregas, as we all know. So this Leandro Paredes has been mentioned, in this case. Leandro Paredes reportedly now, he did say actually Chelsea were emerged as the front runners, to get Leandro Paredes. He's 24 years of age. He has got some good physical attributes. He has confirmed that he does want to leave Russia, Leandro Paredes. But reportedly, according to the Italian journalist Di Marzio, he's a very reliable journalist, to be quite honest with you. He has actually come out and he has confirmed that PSG have expressed their interest in him. PSG have reportedly put an offer in for this Leandro Paredes Paredes, and I think, you know, from the player's perspective, he does want to make the move to Paris Saint-Germain, reportedly, because Adrien Rabiot looks likely to leave PSG this summer. Obviously, PSG had another target, but reportedly they failed in the process of getting him. So potentially PSG are interested in Leandro Paredes. Zenit at one point demanded that they wanted £36 million for him. Now reportedly they've upped their asking prices, Zenit St. Petersburg, and they want around 50 odd. I think they want around just under £50 million, is it? Or something like that. But as I did say, you know, Chelsea, it's been looking like that Chelsea are going to get the player, because Chelsea so far in the process have held negotiations with Zenit St. Petersburg. PSG have held negotiations with Zenit St. Petersburg. Chelsea in the process, I think, have had 2 bids now turned down for him. Chelsea have had 2 bids turned down for him, as we all know. It did say allegedly that Chelsea had agreed a contract, you know, with the player, agreed a contract, agreed personal terms for the player, £8,000 a week, reportedly Chelsea willing to give him, 4.5-year deal, as it did confirm about 4.5 million annual a year as well for Leandro Paredes. But Chelsea in the process have had 2 bids turned down. But Zenit St. Petersburg have upped their asking price. I don't really know much about him, but I know Chelsea, it's been one of Sarri's main priority targets to replace Fabregas. But he's Argentinian, he's 24. As I said, he's now at Zenit. Zenit actually paid £24 million to him from Rome, as we all know. Began his boyhood club with Boca Juniors as well. Did this Leandro Paredes as well. So PSG could reportedly get him on the board. You know, could now miss out on the play, because it's been looking like that Chelsea are going to get the pursuit of the play. Well, it was looking that way, wasn't it? But obviously, as I said, now PSG have stepped in, and I think they're still under financial fair play regulations of PSG. And obviously, because they invested a lot of money on the likes of Mbappe and Neymar, who are the 2 most expensive players in the world, as we all currently know. So yeah, so potentially, you know, that's mainly everything to update you with today, as I currently said. So just giving you a bit of an update what's going on with Arsenal, as we all know. Obviously, they're only restricted to loan signings in this January window. Obviously, Zoom is confirmed. They want to get Denis Suarez by the weekend, as it has confirmed, because Arsenal linked with Denis Suarez and James Rodriguez. And from Arsenal's perspective, they are actually willing and they are keen to get loan signings for both James Rodriguez and Denis Suarez, and then it will soften Numen's stance on Aaron Ramsey, and he will let Aaron Ramsey go in this January window rather than let him go in this summer to Juventus when his contract expires, as we all currently know. But yeah, Arsenal have made contact with Real Madrid and that over this about, you know, the possibility of getting James Rodriguez, 27 years of age, as I said. But yeah, you know, there has been talks about that going on just now. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. Thank you for joining me today. If you do consider subscribe to the channel, as always. As I did say regarding Eden Hazard, as he updated you earlier on, he did say he wanted to leave Chelsea last summer, as he did confirm after the World Cup. Now he's uncertain. He hasn't potentially ruled himself out fully, you know, making a move to Real Madrid. So potentially he hasn't fully ruled it out. He still admits he could potentially stay at Chelsea. There may be things that will keep him at Chelsea, he explained. Obviously, he did say he was no interested in coming to Manchester United. You know, if Zinedine Zidane was to, you know, be appointed the next Manchester United manager at the end of the season on a full-time basis. So he has no interest, even though he admires Zinedine Zidane, you know, Eden Hazard, as we all currently know. But there's been no sign of him yet signing a new contract. His current deal and his current contract ends in 2020, as we all know. But I think he's still the third best player in the Premier League behind, you know, Salah and Kevin De Bruyne. You know, to be quite honest, he's the third best player in the Premier League. But now he's going to be playing in his favoured role on the left when they get gonzolo Higuain in. But good player, as I said, he scored over 100 goals for Chelsea. Contract talks haven't gone to a succession as yet with Chelsea and Eden Hazard. But hopefully Chelsea, from Chelsea's perspective, they can get him a new contract, because he has been linked with a move to Real Madrid this summer as Eden Hazard, as we all could know. So that's another, you know, that could potentially, you know, leave Chelsea as well. So anyway, now I'm getting off. We'll be back maybe with one more live video very, very soon. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. And if you do consider subscribe, take care. God bless. See you all again.